A very good afternoon to you, Abongile. I mean, we heard, of course, the judge saying that the appropriate sentence that she'll be handing down is to reflect the severity of the crime while taking into account the mitigating and, of course, aggravating circumstances. Let's talk about, when that sentence was handed down in court. Of course, our focus was on the judge, and certainly we would like to know, as the family was there, what was the reaction in court this afternoon as that sentence was handed down?
Well, be that as it may be, the sentence being handed down, Flo, the family is totally unhappy with the sentence. They are saying that they are hoping for a life in prison without any sense of parole. They say these words were echoed by her dad. He said that it took a lot for them to come into terms with her death. Even now, he has had heart complications since the passing of Nosicelo. Her mom and dad were also here. They're all singing from the same hymn, saying that the courts really failed them and the justice system really failed them, Flo. And be that as it may be, they say that there's nothing they can do going forward. They'll just have to accept it as it is, and saying that it was all futile for them to come here for such a sentence. But with me, I do have the NPA's regional spokesperson, Annelisa Ngakani. Ma'am, a very good afternoon to you. What's your reaction towards the sentence?
We asked for a sentence of life imprisonment. We must remember that the discretionary minimum sentence for a crime such as this is 15 years imprisonment. So it's above the discretionary minimum sentence. It's quite a lengthy term. And we believe that we've achieved our objective of pushing for quite a hefty sentence. And although it will never bring back the deceased, we do hope that the family finds comfort that the Pasile now will be serving a lengthy sentence. And of course, this continues to send out a message to the public that such crimes against women and children will never be tolerated.
That's coming now. The judge, Tami Beshe, saying that he committed this crime during Women's Month, and now, as she is handing down her sentence, it's the time of the 16 days of activism that she also took into account. But for the family, it's really unhappy with the sentence. What do you think should be done? As they say, they have accepted it, but as the NPA, do you think you've satisfied the family and justice was really carried out in this matter?
As I said, that the discretionary minimum sentence is 15 years. We pushed for a lengthy sentence, but of course we'll study the judgment and take it from there and see. Perhaps, I don't know, we'll see that if we can make another decision or what. But as I say, that it's quite a lengthy term, 25 years. It's way above the minimum discretionary sentence. We pushed for a hefty sentence, and we are happy that it's a hefty sentence. But of course, we'll study the judgment and see.
Another aspect that the judge took into consideration is the time that he asked for an apology to the family, saying that he could have asked for the apology 3 to 4 days later after committing that gruesome crime, but he waited for the trial to commence so that he can get some leniency, or as a means to get leniency. What does the NPA say about that?
There was no remorse whatsoever, and the court rejected that. If he really felt remorseful, he should have called for help when he saw that the young lady has lost her life. But of course, he embarked on over a period of 3 days on a plan to get rid of the body so that nothing would be detected and he could be able to continue with his own life. And the girl would have been, the young woman would have been reported as missing. So it shows that he showed no remorse. Hence, the court felt that he deserves to serve quite a lengthy prison term.
We see that Alutha is still on the dock. Where to from here? Why is he still on the dock after being sentenced?
He will be escorted to prison to commence with his prison term. That is a process that will happen, and then the process of correctional services will commence.
Is it the same sentence? Is it the same prison where he was kept?
I'm not sure at this particular moment. You'll have to check with those authorities. I can't comment on that.
I thank you so much for your time. Well, Flo, as you can see, Alutha Pasile is still on the dock there. The officials from the correctional services are about to take him into custody now, and that's where they said a social worker was speaking earlier on Nomonde Stamper, saying that it's up to him, that he'll take all the rehabilitation processes that the correctional facilities and the Department of Correctional Services do offer for him to be rehabilitated. Flo?
All right, thanks very much to you, Abongile Jantjies, for us in court there. It's quite strange, of course, that he wasn't immediately sent away, but certainly there must be some sort of logistical situation there, and I'm sure he will be sent to prison in a short while. All right, so that is Abongile Jantjies right in front of the accused there, who's now convicted, in fact, criminal Alutha Pasile, soon to start his sentence of 25 years in prison for the murder of student Nosicelo Mtebeni. And of course, we did hear that he will serve an additional 10 years for defeating the ends of justice, so sentences to run concurrently.